Okay. Journal is very important, and like I've listed here, is used for some basic purposes. Number one is used to bring in balances. Number two is used for contra entry postings. Number three is used for correction of errors and reconciliation. Then number four, it can be used to post transactions that do not have personal accounts. So we're going to look at
Please, what do you mean by transactions that do not have personal accounts?
Of course, a personal account is an account that's either a debtor or a creditor, a vendor or a supplier. Whenever transactions don't have that incline, they don't have anybody who
a personal name.
Yes, doesn't have a personal name. You can actually use journal to post those transactions. So we are going to look at, I want to open the question. Let's see if we can post some transactions with what we are seeing, so that we should have sorted out those things. I hope you have tried your hands on the ones you have learned. If you have any questions, you can ask. Just a minute. Okay, we have this. This is the question we are supposed to go through. As you can see, May 1 started business with 8 million naira cash, 5 million naira of that cash was paid into the bank. This is a typical example of when you use your journal. You check here, there is no personal account. It's just an investment made by the owner. So if I'm to post this transaction, you can, of course, you have this question, but you can write this down. To post this transaction, I will use my general journal. I'll actually use my general journal. Let me do that so that we can see. Started business by cash, 8 million naira. So of course the two accounts.
We are under accountant, she?
Yes?
We are under accountant, I think.
Accountant?
Yes.
As per the
from the menu bar.
Yes. So we will start. Of course, when you use your journals, you're supposed to identify the accounts that will be debited and credited by yourself. You're supposed to understand that basic accounting principle. So for the accounts, for starting business with 8 million naira cash, we're going to look for maybe members' contribution or capital, any of that account. Go to credit with 8 million naira. The memo will carry
description of the transaction.
Yeah.
And debit is supposed to come first, though.
No, it doesn't have. There's no rule about that.
No, it has a point. Ross.
Sir?
He has a point.
What's the point, sir?
Debit is supposed to come first. In accounting, you're an accountant now. That's why he's saying
it.
Well, the most important thing is that you're obeying the double entry. You're obeying the
advanced accountant.
You're obeying the double entry principle. So
but yeah, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing now. So debit first before credit.
Don't worry. If I post it like this, if it doesn't go, that means
it will go.
So, but let's Let's
To go.
So
So,
we have 5 million as cash at bank.
no, capital was 8 million was introduced by
I know.
cash.
I said 5 million.
What
was
happened
paid
to
in
5?
cash.
Okay. Well, 5 million was paid in cash, so
Yeah.
we have that cash account. Sorry, anyone that comes to my head first. So there we go. So this is actually how you use your general journal.
What about name?
This why is this cash account showing?
We are going to debit cash account. Oh.
No, cash account give to bank, sir.
Sir?
Cash account give to bank.
Okay.
So there's no how we can select, but you selected UBA now, 5 million.
That's what I'm saying now. The first two legs are when the person introduced. The next two legs is when money left cash and entered bank. You understand?
No, trying to understand. Now the transaction itself was started business with 8 million.
Cash.
8 million cash.
So that what comes in.
That's the first two things we posted.
You debit what comes in and credit what goes out.
Let's understand the question, please. It's May 1st, started business with 8 million cash.
Sure.
Right? Then was it that 3 million out of the 8 million was paid to the bank?
Yes.
3 million out of that 8 million.
Yes.
Okay, was paid to the bank.
Yes.
Okay, so the remaining 5 million is now the cash.
It automatically stay in cash.
Okay. Okay, so the capital now in this journal entry now here.
It's not complete, though.
What is missing, sir?
3 million, what happens to it?
3 million?
Yeah, the difference.
That's why you're using an automated system now. See, can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
8 minus 5. These two cash accounts will reduce itself. Automatically, what will be there is 3 million.
Okay.
It's an automated system. If you do the math.
If you do the math.
Yes.
So we can't put it direct from here that the capital is 8 million, 3 million is the cash, then the remaining 5 million is the bank.
You want us to further break it down?
Let for me, if I want to post this transaction now, I will debit bank with that 5 million, debit cash with 3 million.
3 million.
Then the credit leg will now be 8 million.
That is
capital.
Yes. That's also another way. But you see, the way it happened, this is exactly how it happened.
Yes, I know, but
so this is what you're saying.
This is Ideally.
Good sir.
You are accountant, you are talking to accountant.
I know. But sir,
don't teach us shortcuts.
No, it's not shortcut. It's not short. This is how it happened. The person introduced 8 million.
For auditory, there's no auditory here now. Somebody's looking for 3 million. Where is the 3 million?
No.
That's what I'm saying. He's teaching you the shortcut level.
No, this is not shortcut, sir. See, ideally, in real life, when you pay 8 million into your account, and you remove 3 million and do something, would your bank give you a cash balance? Would your bank give you a bank balance?
Yeah, it will.
Okay, Ogajele, look at it this way.
But it's mechanical.
I brought 8M.
If I may borrow that language.
Wait, I brought 8M, right?
Yeah.
I brought it to the business.
Okay.
Now they paid 5 to cash, and the remaining balance went to UBI bank. It should reflect that way.
Sir, you know, we are following a question. The question did not say out of the 5 million, 3 million went to cash, 5 million went to bank. It's just simple. Don't worry. I know what we know the correct thing. So it's not a problem of, I'm just following what the scenario said. It's simple. We had 8 million in our bank. Out of the 8 million, we paid 5 million into the bank. When you go to your general ledger, you will see the transaction as it is. And the system will give you what you should have as your cash account. So it's the same thing. All we are saying is that the most important thing is that at the end of the day, if you check your cash account, 3 million is there, 5 million is in your bank, 8 million is capital. I don't know why you're worrying yourself. It's the same thing. You just want to make it simple, and but you know, in real life, it's not that simple. Nobody will break down those things for you. It just happen like that, and you post it how it happens. There's no point to say, okay, yeah, it's 3 million, yeah, it's 5 million. Sir, do you know if you post it like that, do you know the effect? Do you know the effect in the ledger of that cash account?
What would be the effect? I would like to know.
Now, see the audit trail. You're talking about audit trail. If you put, in fact, this is the best, this is the trail. If you do anything outside here, in fact, let me do what you want me to do. This one is
this transaction. Complete this transaction, okay? Wait. Complete it and save it. Let's see the audit report. Keep it to one side.
Okay. Okay, let me save and close.
Let's see the account report. General.
So let me go to the ledger.
Ledger account report.
Are people thinking that the money will not be there?
No, it will be. Want to see how it's
going to be? It will be. It's net effect. It will be, but
look at it here now. Look at it. See the net effect. And this is how it should show. Because really, there was nothing like 3 million. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Okay. Nothing like 3 million.
There's nothing like 3 million. So just know that in audit trail, if you put 3 million, that means you're tampered with how the transaction happens. This is exactly.
I need to understand. You said there's nothing like 3 million.
What I'm saying is the way you wanted me to post it. There is no visible 3 million that happened in that transaction. All that happened was money entered and money left. And the balance will remain where it's supposed to remain. That's why you're seeing 3463 here. That 3 million is the extra, is the difference. Be rest assured that the system will do your postings and give you your balance. But for me, if somebody picks this ledger now, he will understand what happens. But if I do, you
just posted according to the statement.
I posted according to what happened. So let's follow that. But in your individual, you can decide to break it out a little more. But for me,
no, what I wanted to know how it will look like if you treat it that way. We are saying
you will see 3 million there now. You will see two figures, 5 million and 3 million. Then it will still knock it off. 3 million will still be remaining. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, let me do another one. Let me, so that you avoid that. The avoidance of that. Let me do what you want me to do.
You know, it's not inquisitive mind. We're just being inquisitive.
Okay.
Now, as accountants, you are supposed to query things, even when they are correct, just to be double sure.
I'll see what you want me to do. No problem. We'll look at it. This is what you want me to do, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Abby?
Yes.
You see how it came out? You see how it came out?
Yeah.
Is this the right thing? Huh? Is this transaction the right thing that happened?
No.
Uh-huh.
The 80 million is not showing anywhere.
Which is not correct.
You don't win.
Which is not correct. So let's follow the transaction as it happened so that we will not explain too much. The total here is 13. The other one was 8. Okay, so this is one of the use of the journal. This is one of the use of the journal. We can also use journal for that same contract entry that we did. The same thing, debit one account and credit one account. And it will go. Debit 500,000. 500,000. Okay, this will go. Now, for that rent transaction we posted. Hello?
Copy na the same detail. Hello?
Are you there?
Yes, right.
Okay. Okay, so I think Kunle is not, Kunle has logged out or something. So take your time, look at the questions. They are all simple. It's either you're using write checks, you're using general journal, or you're using invoice, you're using enter bills, or you're using return or refund. Something you can do at your leisure. Let's look at report, and let's look at backing up, how to back up.
Have you sent these questions to us?
Yes. Check your email, please.
I'll check. So at the end of the day, we have to extract trade profit and loss and
Balance sheet. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, for your report section, there are lots of reports you can go to. Very important you explore them. Lots of reports. Let's see one of such reports. Let's see our trade profit and loss so far. Now you can filter. You need to filter with your dates to make sure you get exactly what you want. Very important. Then you can export reports to Excel. You can send via email, PDF. You can also print. You can also.
Is it possible we do a kind of comparison between months, i.e., March and April, side by side?
Comparison. Let's see what it will give us. Let's see our customized report. Let's see the fee. Let's see custom. Let's see what we have. Year to date.
Okay, thank you. I'm back.
Okay. So we're just looking at reports. And looking at how we can customize our reports. Now,
Are we done with journal? Are we done with journal entries?
Yes, we are done with journal entry. In fact, what you should do, just when in your free time, just post transactions. The beauty of this package is in posting. So when if you have any issues, please let me know. The key thing you have in your Quickbooks is your customer-related transactions, your supplier-related transactions, the write checks or register, the general journal. Once you know how to use, then your bank reconciliation. Once you know how to use these 5 major modules, then you're good to go. Because at the end of the day, based on the activity of your company and based on how transactions come and how they go, the journal should be your friend. Because most of those reconciliations you need to do using your journal.
But please, this report now, can you recap? Can you start from the? Sorry about that. I didn't notice on time before I put on Jen.
Okay, for your report, you go to reports. There are so many reports on Quickbooks, depending on what you want. There's financial, there's receivables, there's sales, there's vendors, purchases, inventory, a lot. So it's something you take your time and then look at. So we just say, let's check out what the profit and loss looks like. Then you can filter according to the month you want to see. Then you can bring out columns. So this column just tells you, okay, you want to see total only. You want to see 2 weeks, 4 weeks, half a month, half a year. Just basically specific columns that are necessary for what you want to do, depending on the report. If you want to expect this report to, another thing, the basis of accounting, you can do that. If you want to use cash basis, you can use cash basis. If you want to use accrual basis, you can use accrual basis to check your reports. Then you can add columns like year to date, percentage of income, percentage of expense to your reports. You can see now it has given you this is for the month, this is for the year, that's January to March. This is the percentage of income. So income here is 100%. Cost of goods sold is 87% of your income. So your gross profit is 13%. Your total expenses is 2% of your gross profit. So your net income is 11%. So you made a 11% profit for the month. Also, your expenses has a percentage. So that you can go through your custom. These are customizable items you can actually work on. If you want to export to Excel, you just click the Excel icon and say create new worksheet. When you create new worksheet, it's going to take its time and convert what you want to do to Excel. I'm waiting for it. Waiting for it. Okay. It will bring out a dialog box that says create a new Excel workbook or an existing workbook. What it means is that if you have an Excel, you want it to, if you want this report to go and add to a new sheet in an already in a workbook or in an Excel this thing you're using, you can just add it as a new sheet that you would use in a new workbook. All you need to do is just click export.
Okay.
When you click export,
Okay.
yes, hello?
Can you work export outside?
Okay, sorry, sir, I can barely hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said, can you export outside the software and try to import it back?
Your line is breaking.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, better.
Okay. What I'm saying that can you export this sheet, make one or two changes on that sheet, and export it back, and it changes what is here?
If I can export it to Excel
Yes.
and import it back,
Yes.
the only things you can't import reports. The only thing you can import are maintain documents you maintain, inventory list, general ledger, that's your chart of accounts. Yes, you can import and export your chart of accounts.
Okay, it's not that
I can be, your line goes up and comes down.
Sorry. It's not like it will integrate into QuickBooks report.
Okay.
I said when you're importing the document,
yes,
it can integrate into the report you have already recorded on QuickBooks.
No, it will not. You know, report is an end product of source documents that have been entered. Do you understand?
I know. I'm only saying that if there's any way you can work outside, then bring it back.
No. The process of, because before QuickBooks generates a report, it goes through some processes. And if you're importing a report, that means you want the system to pick that report you want to import into it and now post the transaction. It will not do that. All it can help you do, you can only bring in balances. For example, if you want to import a balance sheet or a trading profit and loss, all you need to do is just bring in the balances. But if you want to import the whole file, it will not, because for you to have a balance sheet, the system has to go through those processes. But the ones you can import basically are those documents you maintain. The customer list, inventory list, employee list, and you have to import them in the format that QuickBooks will accept. That's the CSV format. So this is the income statement that has been exported to Excel. From here you can.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Is there any add-on to QuickBooks?
Add-on module.
Yeah.
Of course, you have payroll is an add-on.
Apart from payroll, anything that is not related to QuickBooks, but you can integrate it into QuickBooks.
Yeah, POS, QuickBooks point of sale can be integrated. That's for those that runs a supermarket and you want the POS to integrate with your company. You can fixed asset management. Fixed asset management is also a module that you need to activate because of anything that has special laws in the US where these softwares were created. The essence of the add-on is to make it fit for your own use.
Okay, you know what I'm asking, huh?
Yes.
And when we are using our payroll, our taxes is different. It's not it's different from UK and the way they go to compute the taxes.
Okay.
Now, can you have another payroll module apart from the one QuickBooks normally do and add it on to QuickBooks?
No. You can except there are QuickBooks. QuickBooks as a organization gives you the only software that can integrate with their software.
Okay.
Yeah, they license those people. And, the only one I know for now is QuickBooks POS and one or two other very rare softwares like that. But everything has to come from them so that the integration will be smooth.
Because I'm hearing that say for payroll, right? Yeah. They can have an add-on integrated to the payroll.
Hello, so I can barely hear you.
Okay. Anyway, continue. Let me not distract the message.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so there are still other reports that you can look at, accountant and tax, your trial balance and the rest. Now let's look at backing up your company file and some other things at the file. Now you will be required to always create local backups in case anything happens to your system. It's very important you learn how to back up your data. And it's advisable you back up on an external hard drive, not on the system's hard drive. So always tell them to make sure they back up on that an external hard drive. To do a company backup, you go to File, you go to Backup Company, and you say Create Local Backup. When you create a backup, it asks you, do you want to back up online? To back up online, you have to have you have to pay for online backup fees. Backup Quickbooks has its own cloud backup where you can back up your files. Or local backup, you can use flash drives and hard drives. So say local backup, you click on next. When do you want to save? When? Of course, you're saving it now. You can save it in the future. Right. Click on next.
Where are we saving to now?
We'll see. We want to save on our desktop. Okay, when we say
not on the server, not on the company server.
anywhere you want to save it. Me, I don't have company server. I'll just save it on my desktop. But if you have a company server, you can save it there. Or if you have an external hard drive, you can save it. So when it comes, it will say save in. So select whether it's company server or it's network or any other place. But I'll save it on my desktop. So desktop is already selected at the top right. You can also click here to look for your hard drive and other name. Then I'll say backup. I'll say save. When I say save, it will ask me whether I want to save it now. You have not recorded new transaction. Do you want to record it now? No. So it will try and close all the open windows before it does the backup. It will start shutting down windows that are closed. To enable it to do the backup. It will tell you working, verifying data. I have to wait for it to finish the backup experience.
Mr. Akechi,
Yeah,
please, after this step,
yeah.
I want you to show us how you can close
Restore.
an open a period.
Okay, period.
You have to close and open maybe at year end, maybe 31st December. I want to close the year.
No, you don't close.
So
Advice that
if
don't
you,
close.
if you
Just
don't close, if you don't close, your expenses will now be cumulative now.
no, people doesn't carry forward expenses. Expenses is not a balance that carries forward. What it really carry forward is your balance sheet items. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, really your balance, really your receivable, your assets, your payable. capital and all. It's only
There are
balance.
some software. There are some software. It's only when you close your period that
In
if you
Sage,
don't close,
in
those things
Sage,
will continue.
Sage does 2 years.
Yes, Sage
After 2 years,
and first class also.
after 2 years, it's not like you're closing, you just archive it. But the danger is that if you have anything to do in that year, it's not something you can get back.
Hello.
Yeah.
You can still generate report, but
You know when we are working, when we are trying to like take around those.
Hello, sir.
I
No, I know your speaker.
said when we started before the intro.
the line is breaking.
Hello.
Yes, speak louder.
I said when we started before doing the intro. When you
Yeah.
started, you know there was a place that you want to close your
Not clear.
Sir, you're not clear. You're not clear.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yeah, it goes up and before you know your line goes faint.
It's network. It's network.
Okay.
I don't have any this thing.
Line not faint.
Huh?
What did you? I didn't hear the line. As you're talking, the line keeps going faint.
Okay, what I'm saying is that when we started doing the intro,
Yes.
there was a question you were asked, should we close the financial year or financial report? We said let's leave it open.
Let's leave it open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when you are archiving, you can't have access to it again.
Yes, I think that is in let me check accounting. That is it. Closing date.
You said let's leave it open.
Yeah, if you close this thing, if you close it, it means that it's like archiving. It means you will need it in the near future. So, knowing the kind of records you keep here in this country, it's good to just leave it open. Leave it open. Maybe you can have a company policy that after every 5 years you archive. So, after every 3 years, you can archive the year that is behind so that you create space. So maybe you can archive.
Why I said it because of what Kuda said.
Yes.
Because of the question.
I can't hear when I get interested in the
I
question.
can't hear. Yeah, I can't hear. No, see, no need to close. Do you understand? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, no need to close. Just continue. Just make sure you are backing up. Make sure every year you're backing up your reports so that if anything happens to that system, you can retrieve them back.
And that's specific to this software.
Yes. You can close here. You can close, but the challenge is getting it back. So most times you start having error messages. So
at least by January 1st, the expenses, the balances will be zero now, sure?
It doesn't carry forward balances.
Okay, better.
Profit and
that's the essence of closing.
Apart from net profit. There's only net profit that you will see in the balance sheet. It's only the balance sheet item. Okay, so we are going to be let me talk about. I think there's something I said I will talk.
Is Mr. Hyde there? Is it back?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let me look at memorized transactions. Memorized transactions are transactions that you know will happen every month or regularly. For example, that rent we paid. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rent we paid in the month of March. We remember we did 400,000. So in the month of March, 400,000 divided by 12. What will it give us? 10 is 40,000. So I don't know. The Lord should just help us.
Thirty-three, 333.
33,333.
Yes.
This is correct, right?
Yes, it's okay.
No, it's not.
You said?
0.33.
Okay, 0.33. Okay. Now, every month up until February next year, you are going to be posting this transaction, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to memorize this transaction such that the subsequent month we don't need to type all these things. We just call it out and save. So how do I do that? Huh? Can't hear you. Oh. Okay, sir, I can't hear you very clearly, but you can just be watching.
Maybe Mr. High can note down the question anytime the network is on freeze.
Okay. Now for the month of March, we are the rent portion is this. What we will do instead of saving yet, we are going to say memorize. Memorize is an option just at your menu bar. Click on memorize. It will tell you memorize transaction. Add to my reminder list. Do not remind me. Automate transaction entry. Yes. Automate means to just do it without your attention.
No.
So I will say add to my reminder list. How often? Every month. Monthly.
Every month.
The next date is on the 30th of April. You understand?
Yeah.
How often? Monthly. The next date, 30th of April. So I'll say okay. To make it sound, then I'll save and close. All right. So April, we have entered April, although we have not gotten to 31st, but we want to post the rent for April. Eh? Are you there?
Yes.
You want to post the rent? All you need to do, you go to list, you go to memorize transaction list. You will see the transaction, right?
Okay.
The transaction is stated for 30th April. That's the next date. You double click on it. When you double click on it, you don't need to enter the journal. All you need to do is you might change the description to April 2020 rent. Then you say save and close.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Right?
Yeah, is that?
Under prepared rent.
Yes.
There's nothing fixed in.
Hello?
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
I say under prepared rent,
Okay.
there is nothing filled in the field where you have memo and
Oh,
name.
okay. Well, this can apply.
And
This,
make it it's going to, yes, it should apply. You have to fill it there too.
Yes, it's true. So that the description will show both sides.
okay. Okay, so this is it. You save and close. So you can see that in the next month, it's already telling me April 31st and May 31st. So that is how you memorize transactions.
That's sweet.
Yes,
So from list, Abby.
yes, from lists, you get to memorize transactions. So all you need to do is, for those of prepayments and accruals, just memorize them. So that every month you just call it out and you post your transaction. So at this juncture, we are going to round up. Remember, the beauty of this thing is when you do practice, and if you're working somewhere where they don't use it, you can also recommend to them and see how it can help your work get better. And for those that have already learned it, I hope that you have added one or two knowledge to what you already know. And I hope that you find time to always go through it, make your transactions. If you have any questions, you can always let me know. Then I will send you your certificates online. You're going to scan them.
The training don't finish.
Yes, so it's a 3 days training. You're going to scan them and send them online. I don't say they enjoy them.
I thought Sage is there. I thought Sage is part of it.
You said?
I thought Sage is part of it.
No, sir. It's per course. Yeah, but we are, if you're interested, Kunle, right?
Yes, sir.
No, Yusuf is already, we are starting same class with Mr. Yusuf almost immediately. Yeah, maybe on Thursday.
Oh, wait. Are you going to pay additional money?
Yes, of course, sir.
Hey.
It's just 5,000. You know, you know the cost of these things are, you know, of course, you're trained before. And even Mr. Yusuf, we have met before now, and he has had the opportunity of coming to my office, and he knew how much he's in fact, at the point we quarreled because he said people are getting more and he's paying more. He paid less, but I made him I mean, he's a good man, he understood. So if you have not he's saying that he would have waited if he knew this thing was going to come up. Yeah, like I said, it happens like that sometimes. So if you don't know Sage and you would like to see what it's like, you can also be part of it. We hope to start on Thursday, same time, and
I'm interested in Sage,
okay,
but I want accounting principle to be applied.
Okay.
Month end.
Month end.
Month end.
Month end is fun now. This is month just ended now. Which month end are you looking for again?
No, this is the beginning of the month.
This month is ended already.
Month.
We are in a new month. This is April.
Today is first, so the thing is still very fresh. But no problem, we can always stop. But we'll discuss.
Okay.
Please, which version of the Sage? Which version?
We are looking at premium
Or which versions? Versions.
versions.
50,
Yeah, it's 50.
150, and which one?
No, it's H50.
Sage 50.
Yeah, it's H50.
Only 50.
Only 50. And I will give you.
No, that's a nice one. We appreciate the training actually.
Yeah.
It's good and robust, but the way you are coming, I thought it's going to be more robust than this because you're a professional.
No problem, sir. We can always, but basically, you use it. So, the thing is, except sometimes you will encounter some issues in QuickBooks, which even me, I still have to learn most of the times. Like, okay, let me just show you guys. Let me show you guys
how. Something about trial balance and balance sheet.
Yes. Let me just show you guys how you can import and export reports, basically, so that in case you want to, in case you want to import some list of items. Maybe you are starting to do Quickbooks and there's a long list of inventory. Instead of you to be creating them one after the other, you can actually just import
that's
it,
fine.
Copy and paste it as the case may be. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. If you go to
utilities,
yes, you will see some very few settings there. Most important thing, you will see convert. You see now you can convert. You see the software that Quickbooks actually have that relationship with. Quicken is another software. Peachtree is there.
Okay.
Microsoft Small Business Accounting is there. Microsoft Office Accounting is there. So this you can convert from those softwares to Quickbooks. Then you can let's look at importing files and exporting files. So we are going to let's see the list. Let's see files we can import. Of course, you can import Excel files, IF files, Web Connect files, scan activity, general journal entry. And you can export list of IF files. So these are the list of files you can export. So let's export a file, edit it, add more things to the file, then import it back. Yes, let's see how that will go. So to export a file, you go to File, go to Utilities, and go to Export. Then you can go to List of IIF files. So it will tell you select the list that you would like to export. Chart of account. Okay. You select the account and say okay. So it will take you to a spot where you're supposed to save that file. I'll save it on my desktop. IIF file. You see the file name?
Okay.
So if you're importing, you have to import in this type of, you can't import from another type
Why
of
not
file.
use Excel?
Well, that is the file format that chart of accounts will use.
Okay.
So if you use any other thing, it will not come in. So let's say we're saving it on desktop. You say save.
I'll change your file name now to chart of account.
Yes. Let me see. So immediately you do that, you say your data has been exported successfully. You say okay.
Sorry.
No problem. Then you minimize. Sorry, I'm trying to get to my desktop. You know, you see how the file came out. Let me share my desktop. Now see the file here, chart of accounts. You see it? That's how the file comes out. Now let me see if I can open it. You are trying to open a Quickbooks file. Only Quickbooks company files can be opened this way. So it's telling me that this file I exported, I cannot open it. I can only import it in another Quickbooks company. I can't edit it. So the only thing I can do is that if I have another Quickbooks company, I can just import that file into it. But let me import. I'll go to File, Utilities, Import, IIF files, not Excel files. IIF file. So I'll look for the file, chart of account, and I'll say, okay, or you can double click twice. You see now it's telling you importing. So your data has been imported successfully. So your chart of accounts, well, it's still the same thing, nothing really changed. But let's do the one that we think something can change. Let's go to customers. Let's import customers. Let's learn another way we can bring out customers. I'll go to my customers. I will say add multiple customers. So this is the add multiple customer window. What we have here is name, company, Mr. and Mrs. and all. So I'll just open an Excel sheet. I'll make sure name, company name, Just come here. Name. So I can just fill up this. I can say name. Yeah, can I get water? Okay, we just have this as an example for the sake of time. I'm going to copy this information. Are you there?
Yes, but I'm not seeing what you are doing.
Okay, I'm coming. Can you see it now?
Yes, okay.
Okay. I have this information. I just want to copy this whole information and just paste it on Quickbooks. So I'm going to copy this data based on the data and Quickbooks. And I'm going to, where is my Quickbook now? I'm just going to come here and paste. Maybe I paste, all the information comes in. You get?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can only work on the source documents.
Yes, you can only work on the soft document. The same thing for inventory. You can just go to Excel, follow the format, copy and paste it. It's as easy as that. So you can, the Excel works very well.
You can't do it on a report.
No, you can't do it. Because report is an end product that follows through some series of transactions. So you can't do it. So find time, explore more about software, And
Did you share the recorded training, previous ones?
if I shared it, no, I've not shared it yet. Let's see after today's one. Let's see the size, then we'll know how we move around that. If it's something that I can share via email, I'll share it.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
Have a good evening. Then,
try and take cough syrup.
Yes. Yes, I think my wife gave me cough. I don't know where she got it from. But it's fine.
And she sold it to you.
Yeah. But it's fine. We're all well. And I need to take water. Thank you very much, sir. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Well done.
I appreciate you, your time and your patience. And the
appreciate
opportunity to learn from senior colleagues. Yeah.
Yeah, lawyer.
Thank you, sir.
That's important.
Thank you.
So please, will there be any add-on to, hello?
Yes.
Will there be any add-on to the security? Maybe, for example, plotting of graphs and pie charts on Excel.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Okay. You said?
Graphic representation of reports.
Okay. I think we did something like that. Let's see company snapshot. Just give it some time. You can see it, right?
Yes.
This is your company snapshot. It just gives you a graphic. This.
Okay, based on the data that is.
Yes.
No, now, how did you get to this place again? Once more.
Company.
Yeah.
Then company snapshot.
Okay.
So yeah, you can save image. Let's see if we save it as Excel. Okay, you can save it as JPEG. Nothing like Excel. You can just save it as an image. You can use it for presentation in case you have such presentation in your company. Then if you go to payments, payment also has something like a summary. The company snapshot just give you a graphic view.
Okay.
They have transferred.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.